Hello everyone, and welcome to my review of the Kirin Gamma Armor Set. Arch-Tempered Kirin releases for the PC for the first time this week, so I figured now's a great time to review this set, so that you know which pieces of the armor to prioritize building. Let's get started. Beginning with the elemental resistances, the Kirin Gamma set actually gets a lot of elemental weaknesses, including -3 to fire damage, which is going to be a serious issue because so many of the monsters in the game use fire damage, as well as -2 resistance to water and -2 resistance to ice. It then gets +4 resistance to thunder, which is great for just one fight really, and that's the fight against Kirin himself, as well as +2 resistance to dragon damage, which will help a little bit with tempered Devil Joe. You would think he's Arch-Tempered, he does a lot of damage. And maybe it will help with Arch-Tempered Zenigeva, but Arch-Tempered Zenigeva also deals fire damage with the hot floor, and obviously this set comes with fire weakness, so they're kind of, you know what I'm saying, they're kind of balancing each other out. Overall, I'm going to give this set a C ranking for elemental resistance, and assume we get a new ice or water monster down the road, which is going to make the other weaknesses on this armor set more negative. You see what I'm saying? Alright, next we should talk a little bit about the set bonus skill Capture Master. Capture Master claims to increase the rewards when you capture a monster, and maybe that will help you if you're trying to farm a particular gem, like the Anjanath gems for example, something I never seem to have enough of because they're used in augmenting for health regen on your weapons. However, for the sake of raiding armor, Capture Master is not used for combat itself. Therefore, we kind of have to say that the Kirin armor set doesn't have a meaningful set bonus skill. Definitely not a good way to start this armor review because I already didn't like the elemental resistance on this armor set. And now we're going to do a breakdown of the helmet Kirin Horn Gamma. Notice that it comes with 3 levels of thunder attack and 1 level of blight resistance. That would cost 4 small decorations to add to any build. Kirin Horn Gamma also gives you 1 empty medium decoration slot, so what we say is that the total efficiency of the helmet is 1 medium and 4 small decoration slots, and honestly I don't think that's going to be enough to say that it's really changed the efficiency of the helmet slot meta. I've done some conversions, and at this point I kind of consider 3 small decoration slots to be worth about 2 medium decoration slots. So if we did that conversion here, it would really be similar to the Kulve Taroth beta helmet in terms of efficiency, which on the surface that looks fine, that looks good, until you consider that blight resistance is really not a default skill that you want on most of your builds, especially if you're a speedrunner or just trying to build for damage. It would have been better as an empty decoration slot, and it's not. Also, you run into helmet competition with the Wrath Soul beta helmet for when you're trying to build thunder damage. The problem is that for building critical element from the Rathalos set, your best armor slot options tend to be the helmet and the chest. So right now the Kirin Horn Gamma doesn't offer enough, and at the same time it has serious helmet slot competition with crit element helmets like Rathalos Soul Beta and Wrath Beta. So I'm going to place this helmet in the C tier and move on. After the helmet, we have one of the most relevant pieces of armor in the set, the Kirin Jacket Gamma. The Kirin Jacket is basically the same efficiency as the Kirin Leg Guard's beta, except you get to use it for the chest slot. Kirin Jacket comes with 2 levels of free element, /ammo up, and 2 small decoration slots. In terms of chest armor efficiency, this is fairly standard. The main thing to get excited about is the fact that you can now build 2 levels of free element in the chest slot, freeing up the leg slot, and this became, I would say, extremely useful because of the recent addition of the Zenigeva Gamma armor, where you'll be using the legs, waist, and arm slots to build up the spare shot bonus skill. So now the chest, helmet, and charm slots are all you have left for building free element /ammo up. In other words, if you want to build spare shot and free element, which is a very common thing to do with bowguns in particular, the Kirin Jacket is one of the most efficient ways to do this. The other way would be to bring the free element charm and to add a release jewel to your build, so those 2 things together can fix that as well. Because of its current relevance to the meta armor, I'm going to give the Kirin Jacket Gamma an S tier rating. Moving right along, we have the Kirin Longarms Gamma, and these aren't that bad either. You get 1 level of free element /ammo up, 1 level of blight resistance, and 2 medium decoration slots. Once again, I'm going to ignore the blight resistance like I did with the helmet, and when you remove it, what you really see is that we have 2 medium decoration slots and 1 large decoration slot that's being taken up by free element. Luckily, free element is a very important skill for a lot of builds, and what that kind of ends up meaning is this armor set, or piece I should say, it has above average efficiency, though that gap is starting to close with the addition of other armor sets, right? Like you have the Empress Vambrace's Gamma, Zora Claw's Gamma, Draken Vambrace's Alpha, and the Kushala Grip Gamma. Those are examples I've chosen of other arms that have maybe higher efficiency even, if you want to argue that. So really the best way to look at these is as an alternative option for building free element in the arm slot, and really you would only be wanting to do this if you don't want to use the Kulv-Taroth waist beta or Kulv-Taroth helmet beta, and you don't have a release decoration, which is really the main case that you would be using these. Meaning it's more, this particular pair of arms is more of a niche pick for this armor slot. For that reason, I'm going to put it into the A tier. It's fairly efficient and it's useful. Next, we have the Kirin Gamma. You can see that it comes with 2 levels of Marathon Runner, which I have no idea if there are any serious builds that need Marathon Runner. So if there is someone watching this video that knows about an optimized speedrun build utilizing this skill, please reach out to me and let me know, and what I'll do is I'll update my pinned comment in the comment section if I decide to change my mind on these. Otherwise, I can only say that I see these as a waist armor with 2 small decoration slots and no set bonus skill. So for now, the Kirin Gamma goes right into D tier, which is the worst rating that I give any of the pieces of armor, and you should probably not worry about crafting them. And finally, we have a last disappointment with the Kirin Leg Guards Gamma. This was an armor piece that I had high expectations for because the beta version is so damn useful, but the Gamma versions of these leggings are somehow considerably weaker, and I'm not sure what Capcom's reasoning behind these were. As a piece of armor that's supposed to be an endgame piece of armor, it just doesn't make sense. Similar to the helmet, you can see that once again you've been given the unnecessary blight resistance skill. Other than that, you have 2 levels of thunder attack. That's actually worse than the helmet, and you get 1 large decoration slot. I mean, this is literally about as efficient as some old non-Elder Dragon armor pieces, except even amongst those you had a few who were actually very useful, such as the Lavaseath Greaves that gave you the spread skill, right? The spread ammo skill. Or you have the Diablos Nero Greaves, which does the same thing except for normal ammo, right? Therefore, similar to the Kirin Gamma, the Kirin Leg Guards Gamma go right into D tier, and they will probably stay there because in this case I'm certain of exactly what they offer, and it's pretty bad. So really, it is a pretty bad piece of armor. The total score for the Kirin Gamma Armor Set comes out to be a C+, which makes it the worst Gamma Armor Set that I've reviewed so far. It's really held back by an unhelpful weakness to fire, the lack of a meaningful set bonus skill, and 3 terrible pieces of the set that don't even compete with pre-Gamma armor sets. Then on the other hand, it gave us the Kirin Jacket, which is actually useful to the build meta, though it's not required if you have a release decoration and the free element charm. It also gave us the Kirin Gamma Arms, which are also nice if you don't have a release decoration, or it may fit into a very niche build that doesn't worry about set bonus skills or something like that. Alright, well that is everything I had to say. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.